collective, happy day. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at the energy for the next week via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. I hope that you're doing well. Happy new week. We are officially in Aquarius season, which is nice. It gives us a little bit of relief from the endurance, the strength, the stability that is required during Capricorn season. It doesn't mean that all the burdens have lifted, obviously. But there is just a sense of like things are moving in the right direction. And you are going to be seeing confirmation of that as we continue to push towards the end of the month. Both Uranus and Jupiter go direct end of January, beginning of February. So it's going to lift some of that tension and restriction that we've been feeling. But there still are things that need to be contended with until we get there, right? Like people, situations. There's just like this sneaky, tricky energy in the collective right now. We're seeing it in the astrology with the way Black Moon, Lilith, Chiron, and the Fortune Point are all aspecting each other. It's bringing in confusion, tension, limitation, frustration, like I was saying. And it's making it really hard to see clearly, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I putting effort in the right place, right time, etc.? That's why we need to trust or listen to our instincts. Neptune is in Pisces right now. Saturn and Venus are also in Pisces, and they are on top of each other. So it gives us the opportunity to like really be passionate about what we're doing, how we're doing it, how we're showing up, believing in what we love, what we're growing and building, and not giving up. You know, Capricorn energy is all about not giving up, and I feel like Aquarian energy is about realizing it into existence, right? It is the wish fulfillment. It's the star card in the tarot, which is such a beautiful energy. It's hope, it's healing, and you're on the right path. And that's exactly where we want to be. So I'll start off with this energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any of that limitation we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well, especially if you came into this reading with a specific situation, person on your mind, and you would love to receive some messages from spirit around that. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize any collective reading, and you can do it for anyone on YouTube, right? And it works. Okay, and I also offer a variety of healing wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at what's going on for you specifically, definitely hit me up. I do energy healing and Ayurvedic consultations, helping us realign with the mind, body, and soul. So that we are making choices that like make us happy and make us feel fulfilled, that we're actually living the life we want to live, right? All right, collective, let's get into this. All that info, sorry, is in the description box below. I always forget that part. I'm sure you guys know by now, because if you, watch YouTube on the regular, everyone has their own little nugget, right? So, all right, let's get into it. Oh, now it doesn't want to. Saying be patient, Deborah. That's another theme right now, is patience in the process. All right. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see, sense, and understand the messages clearly, and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Divine Feminine, Mama Love energy. We all need a little extra TLC lately. It's been a little intense. And as I probably am like, on repeat about this, especially if you follow along in the reading, so I do apologize, but there has been a lot of water element in the air. And I'm just pointing that out because it helps us understand why we are getting triggered emotionally. Even when we feel like we know better or we think it shouldn't bother us or whatever, those triggers are coming up for a reason. They're something to pay attention to, because as I was saying in the beginning of the reading, there is this energy of slyness, sneakiness, someone kind of hiding behind the scenes. And you're in this space where it looks like overarching energy for the week is all about care, self-love, and self-care. I'm hearing it as building your foundation, building your structure from a place of strength, from a place of endurance, because you are going to need some of that to kind of push through some of this murkiness that is lurking in the background. Ooh, I love it. The cards never lie. Look at that guy up top, lurking in the background. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like you've been maybe putting your blinders on a little bit. I feel like you've been focusing on yourself. That's what I'm hearing. It's not that you don't want to deal with stuff, but I feel like there is this energy of kind of putting some things off to the sidelines so you could deal with other things that were more relevant, more important to you. Beginning of the week, it looks like you're in that mode, right? That you're in that mode of just taking time and energy for yourself and not really letting whatever is lurking in the background or whatever is stressing you out too much, or you don't have clarity around, overtake you, because you're at a point where you're stable enough within yourself, you're grounded enough within yourself that you know how to take care, you know what and who to give your time and energy to right now. But there is still some uncertainty lurking, right, in the background. Not only just if it's people watching you, gossiping about you, etc., but this is also just your own uncertainty of what's going to happen next. It's it's a movie, get out the popcorn, right? What's next? And we have, beginning of the week, little support. There's not a lot, and where it comes in, it's small, it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable. I feel like someone is just kind of, Two of Cups energy is partnership energy, someone who has been lurking in the background. Let's see if this is something that you want. Okay, actually, this is someone who is interested in you. And again, I feel like this is kind of coming out of left field. I feel like you've had to be really cautious and mindful 100% with this Eight of Cups around who and what you're going to give your energy to. And that is so important because beginning of the week, Mars is tensely aspected to Black Moon, Lilith, Chiron, and the Fortune point. So ways that we want to push forward, ways that we want to see progress, improvement, etc. It's not happening how we would think it is, right? It's not right in front of our eyes. I feel like this is more things that are working behind the scenes, i.e. some of this energy. I feel like you do have someone's eye is on you. They're interested in partnership, in something that you have to offer. It doesn't necessarily have to be love if that's not what you're looking for, if that's not your vibe, but it does have this energy of working together. And I feel like they're really close. They're really interested. They really, really, really want to connect with you, And you've been minding your own business. Again, you feel like you're figuring yourself out in a way that is more honoring and respectful of the life you want to lead, of the life you are living, of the person that you are. It does look like you've kind of had to take a break from people and situations in order to heal, in order to find more stability. And as a result, this is starting to change the offers, opportunities that are coming your way. It does look like even though we have those tense aspects with Mars, with Mercury, with the sun is about our ego. So when we're seeing that kind of illusion, people are trying to manipulate, trick, gossip, whatever, it can be destabilizing, right? You can feel like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? Where in reality, it's just a confirmation of where the toxicity lies, where the unhealthiness lies. And I feel like you're getting that. And because you're getting that, because you're cutting ties with that, because you are really working with strategy and intention, I think you don't even understand how much you are and how much more opportunity there is for you, especially with people, friendships, relationships, community, networking, for business, whatever you're kind of going after right now. There's more options for you. And I feel like you're hesitant, you're nervous, probably because of some of this BS in the background, right? This energy feels twofold. I feel like it's the past that's leaving, cutting ties, shifting, adjusting, versus what you're walking into, new opportunities. And like I said, this could have financial attached to it. It could bring in money, wealth, or it's just adding to your abundance. And it's funny because we don't necessarily see that because of Jupiter and Saturn are tensely aspected to each other right now. But I was talking about that Venus and Saturn aspect, which is in Pisces, and it gives us that confidence, that drive, that dedication to our goals, especially if we, and I think this is more about being patient. Now I'm seeing this with this Three of Wands. Like, you're getting enough confirmation along the way, but again, there still is something, like I said, lurking in the background. It sounds like it's the theme of this reading this week. And we do need to be cautious and mindful because there's a lot of water element. We don't want to get triggered inappropriately or in a way that is going to make us react in a way we don't want to, etc. There is some earth element, so I feel like grounding and stability can happen, but it is coming from that space of being mindful. And whatever this is, it feels like it scares you a little bit, or that like you really don't want to like poke the bear is what I'm hearing. You want to stay in your happy little bubble. And I don't know. And there is this level of self-protection that you're encouraging, not good, bad, right, or wrong. You have to do it to some capacity, but make sure that you're not doing it to your detriment is what I'm hearing. Maybe giving someone or something a little too much power, not believing in yourself, not trusting in yourself. I feel like you've kind of been on the defensive in a situation for quite some time, and it's put you in this place where like you really just don't want to deal with it anymore. So maybe you would just rather hide out. But this person's situation is coming to find you because they feel like they need to clear the air. It looks like something's manifesting midweek where thankfully there's less tension in the astrology. Things have balanced. There's more hope. There's more harmony. We're seeing Mars positively aspected to Uranus. Uranus is going direct at the end of the month, and Uranus is very similar to Aquarian energy, where it is all about tapping into our ideals, what you're fighting for, what you want to see manifest in your life, and the fact that it can happen. But we got to be more inventive. Not only do we have things to work with in the present moment, but we have to look at new avenues so we're not staying stuck. And that's exactly what this energy feels like. It feels like someone's coming back in because they're trying things a little bit differently. They're trying a new approach. And I don't know, there's a conversation. There's a conversation where there's a desire for healing. There's a desire for balance, disappointment perhaps with how things have worked out. You are protective of yourself, protective of your energy, and other people are involved. And there's more to the story. I hear like you're going to hear one side from one person and another side from another person. And you're almost going to have to figure out who and what to trust. Maybe you have a couple people coming towards you this week, right? Coming to find you, bringing you messages, and it really is going to give you some amount of clarity. Again, I feel like you are a little bit nervous. Like there's parts of you that don't want to deal with some of this stuff. There's parts of you that are just like, you know what? Like I would rather be in my happy little bubble, like I was saying before, doing my own thing, paying attention to myself. And it's appropriate. It's actually, like I said in the very beginning, it's going to give you the foundation, the strength to deal with some of these issues, because it looks like who and what you're dealing with perhaps acted a little bit foolishly, were operating out of emotions getting triggered, etc. Someone who is a little bit more immature and moving a little too fast, meaning making quick decisions, not thinking things through, reacting. Does look like they're coming back with some type of apology. I don't know. It unfortunately, with them, it feels like a poor me. There's a lot of emotion wrapped into it. Let's just be friends. Let's get along. But that's also what it feels like they want. And then you have another set of people or information coming in that's bringing you a completely different story. Yeah, duality, seeing things from a different perspective, the hangman. Things are coming out this week. And, it's really interesting as I was wrapping up the zodiac sign readings yesterday, because I was behind. I apologize. I had some stuff come up this weekend, but, they're starting to, this abundance, this luck, this like, well done, you deserve this, etc., is starting to come in for you. So I feel like you're getting a lot of confirmation. You're getting a lot of confirmation specifically on things that you were intuiting, that maybe you didn't have all the pieces to the puzzle beforehand, but now it's starting to fill in. And now you're starting to see, something and someone or people, groups of people, situations exactly for who and what they are. And it is going to force you to make some decisions. What I like though is it does look like you are sitting on top, like nice and pretty. I like that. It feels like you're coming from that space of balance, partnership, and being more grounded and stable. You have a better approach about you, and you've learned, right? You've learned. In that learning, it doesn't mean that you're giving people, situations a hall pass. Oh, just because you say this, that, and the other, let's be best friends again, or whatever it is for you. It's knowing, and this is where I feel like spending time cultivating your strength, your confidence this week is really important. What are some practical ways? I love to affirm myself, right? Just validate when you do something right. Like, good job, Deborah. You're awesome. Whatever that is for you. Or when your intuition's on point. I think validation is one of the best ways to kind of cultivate that empowerment, that strength. Because I do think there's a lot of things being said, or what it looks like, I should say. It's not just my opinion. There's a lot of things being said and a lot of things that you kind of have to sift through. And it looks like you also have interest to protect in this whole dynamic. That is what you're the one who's kind of in this place of giving, right? When we're thinking about reciprocity, it feels like you're holding all the pieces and you're deciding who to give those to. And some of this, I don't know, some of this is sticky. It's sticky, right? Look at that ice cream falling off her ice cream cone. How sad. I love these decks. They're so funny. So be mindful is what I want to say. Yeah, we got Page of Wands energy, which Page of Wands is fun, exciting, but at the same time can be like an arrogant little, So we want to vet, we want to be conscious, we want to be mindful as the week progresses. It's fairly similar. We're in the waning phase of the moon cycle. We're headed into a new moon, not this week, but the following week, the 29th of January. And then, like I said, those planets lift, Uranus and Jupiter, which that all is giving us opportunity to set the stage for new beginnings. And that's exactly what this feels like, right? It feels like some people of the past, like I was saying in the very beginning, are coming back in. They're looking for connection. They're looking for collaboration with you to some capacity. And you have to choose how much you want to engage in that. It is going to be about finding balance, but it feels like fine-tooth comb. It's a fine line, right? Some of this stuff needs to be healed. Healing is the overarching theme. It's this energy of being healed within self, strong, stable, etc. And then how you're engaging with your partnerships, with your dynamics, how you're working with people around you, i.e. that Uranus in Taurus, which is in retrograde, goes direct in 10 days. But just that value of like, it's like when we want something new, when we desire something new, we have to prove that like we're taking care of what we have. You know what I mean? We can't just be like, screw this, and then like expect like, this big monumental thing to come our way. We have to like take care of what we have, put energy, time, intention, effort to building, growing that thing. And not everything is so like laborious and blah, blah, blah. All I'm trying to get at is you're operating, you're building strength, you're building fortitude, you're building longevity, and how you interact, how you respond with some of these situations that are coming towards you are really going to dictate how things move forward from here. And it looks like end of the week, you're taking your time. There's a lot happening. It feels a little emotional. I'm not going to lie. We'll look into this more with the zodiac readings. But it looks like someone, I feel like you feel a lot of things from the stuff that is going on, i.e. why we're seeing so much of that heightened water element in the astrology. It's bringing up a lot. It's resurfacing a lot. And you are processing over what you want, how it feels, what feels appropriate, but also making sure you have Page of Wands, Page of Cups. So like making sure that you're not functioning, operating only out of like what feels good in the moment. If anything, we have this Knight of Pentacles, so take your time, move slow. Temperance and Virgo or Hermit energy, I should say. Also Virgo, but it's asking you to just, again, choose your healing, choose your self-love, self-care first before anything else, because there are big decisions on the table this week, and it's important for you to know where you want to end up. And if you don't have an idea of it, well, that choice is then therefore going to be made for you, which is never fun, right? Because you don't want to get looped back into some of this karma. And I do feel like that's what the past is bringing back into your energy, into your space. Stay the course. I just wanted to emphasize that. Sorry. Take the next step. Okay. Stay the course. Take the next step. Trust. Trust in yourself. Spend time, self-love, self-care, building that strength, building that courage. Continue to push forward. You don't feel like you are ready to give up. I don't get that energy. It does feel like you're getting some restoration, that you're finding your strength again. But part of what needs to be surrendered, part of what will help balance that out a little bit more, is when you let go of control, i.e., how things are going to play out. You are the only person that can dictate what your next moves are going to be, right? And I love this. Confirming my movie comment earlier in the reading. Allow the unknown. Super beautiful, right? So making sure that you're managing yourself this week, right? That you are taking time, taking space to really figure out what you want for you, not what everyone else is saying, what everyone else is doing. And be open to the magic, be open to the possibilities. There's new energy coming in as well. Does it show up this week? I don't know. Potentially someone's watching, someone's waiting to connect with you, and I do feel like they bring in a lot of fortune with them, but that is to be determined, because it does look like there is some karma, past stuff that needs to be sorted before we're seeing these new gifts of abundance come in. So thank you so much for your time, energy always. I hope you found messages that resonated with you here. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear, or just connect, share in a little love, little TLC. Thank you so much for all the support you bring to the channel. Know I'm sending love and blessings your way.